Welcome to the Memphis Sounds Lounge. Adam,
Another
Trini,
episode.
we are
Rolling
here
today.
once again with a good episode that we have with a young man I've known since all of his life. His name is Devin Walker. Now he's my nephew, of course, but he's done some phenomenal things, and so we want to just dig deep into that and understand where that comes from, how you get there, what you're doing, all of that.
Who you
Now-
repping?
That's
Right,
a
right,
lot.
right.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Because you know, with Memphis Sounds Lounge, we were talking about people who may have been born in Memphis or have spent some time in Memphis, but now they're having some magnificent impact around the globe. Now, Devin is one of those folks. You born here in Memphis, Tennessee, and
The
done some-
microphone mangler.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to stay far away from the mic because if I touch it,
Why they call you the microphone mangler?
Because I do the Chris Vernon show every day, and we used to have mics that came from the top, and I'm so prone to just touching the microphone, and I would touch it so much, and it would just fall off. Cause I'm used to playing with the mic, put it up, put it down.
Yeah.
No dig, but and then and yeah, so then one
Take that,
time,
take that.
Yeah, take that, yeah. Then one time it just fell off, and now ever since then,
Call you the microphone magnet.
we had somebody walk away after I said that's crazy.
At least you want the microphone strangler.
Yeah, I don't want to be that. That sounds a little wild.
That's more like Diddy right there.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that.
You ain't been anywhere with any towels wrapped around you.
No towels.
Okay.
Wild behavior. No, don't need that. Never catch me with a towel.
Share with the audience about how you brought up, where you were brought up, how you were raised, and all that. What parts of town, and everything.
Okay. All right. If I want to start, you know my whole story.
Yeah, I do, but
Yeah,
I
but
know.
Since I was a
They
fetus.
don't.
Okay, they don't know my whole story. So I was born and raised in Memphis. I kind of started as a young child living in the Orange Mountain area. My granddad owned the newspaper, Silver Star News, so I was brought up there. My mom, y'all all worked there together. So I was basically brought up in the journalism business. I didn't know if I wanted to be in it because I played basketball. So I was like, if I can be good at basketball, maybe I can do this. So I played basketball all my life. As I got older, we moved further out. Went to Schilling Farms Middle School, then went to Houston High School, then played ball there all those years, and then we went to Memphis. And we started at Memphis. It's funny. So when I went to Memphis,
Did you wait? Before you said, did you know they retired your jersey up there in Houston?
that's cap. They didn't tell me.
I'm just kidding.
Look,
I'm
hey,
just kidding.
if Houston hit me up, you retire my jersey. My phone's always on. I don't know why you would, but go ahead.
What was your average?
Man, I was on my Skip Bayless float, bro. About 2.7. I mean, I was more of like an activity guy. You know what I'm saying? I do the little things. I'm like, I'm the guy you call when you need like a
Some
stop.
water?
No.
No.
Not water. That too. But I was the guy you call when like you need some like energy. You need
Wait a minute, wait.
Yeah, that's crazy.
He trying to buzz you out, also.
He's trying to play me. Some water. That's crazy.
Everybody not like you, Adam. Adam,
crazy.
everybody's not like
Like, no
you.
disrespect. No,
that's
we
crazy.
all thirsty.
We are.
We all got a drink.
I had a nice little sweet tea before I did this show, but I would say I was the energy guy. You know what I'm saying? I was the guy you tap in with. You need some energy. You need a little spark plug, and I'll come in and talk crazy. You know, I was that person. Not
Wow.
Pat Bev. Don't call me Pat Bev.
File somebody.
Yeah. I would say Pat Bev, but less like egregious.
Okay.
Now, Pat Bev in high school, he was a
He
baller.
was nice. He was like average 37 a game.
Yeah, he
I
was.
went on that level.
Yeah, he was.
I wish. I was. It was sad. Like it was sometimes I was so much better in practice, but I don't know why. It didn't translate. But played ball in high school, got to college, and I was like, I know the game mentally. Like if I grew to be tall, I feel like I could have made it. I blame my mom every day. Shout out to my mom. You know, your sister. Shout out to my mom. I'm like, Mom, if I was 6'1" or 6'2",
Yeah.
we could have took off somewhere. Cause my mind thinks the game faster, and I'm just like 5'9", so I can't really do the stuff I want to do. So I was like, you know what? I want to be a coach. Cause my dad coached me coming up. He had me in the game since I was, like I said, since I was a fetus. I wanted to be a coach. So I was like, I go into college. I'm like, you know what? We're gonna try this coaching thing. So my first 3 years of college, I'm like, all right, we're gonna try to be a coach. We're gonna take all these coaching classes, all these sports and leisure management classes to learn how to be a coach. Time goes on, people always know, as us in the black community, we were raised in the barbershop. I would go to the barbershop every Saturday, and all we do, what do we do in the barbershop? Talk sports, chop it up about sports,
Yeah.
this and that, this who's the GOAT, this. I was the kid, since I was a youngin', I was the one who people always look to for the information because they know I was always tapped in, whether it's watching basketball, whether it's watching YouTube, whether it's reading articles, I was one people always came to. So a switch flip, it was like, you know what? Why not tap into what I've always done? Talking crazy on the microphone, talking about sports, talking about basketball, talking hoops. 3 years in, I was like, you know what? We're gonna switch to journalism. Switch to journalism. So I switched to journalism, and it
And
was
everybody in the family without time.
exactly. It was like, yo, what took you so long? So I switched to journalism, and I feel like it's been up since then. So the minute I switched, it was like things started to start moving. I went from just taking classes to being on the U92 Sports Desk, what I used to do
Yes.
on the campus radio station.
United too, yeah.
And I was in that environment, I was wild. Like we talking about like in that environment, I was like the Stephen A. Because I'm like a boisterous
He was
voice.
like the stats giant.
Yeah, but
You
I'm
do
like
everything,
a loud,
everything.
boisterous voice,
Yeah.
and people are like, "Whoa, what? Like we're just doing the student thing. Like you good? Like no, I'm taking this serious, bro." So it started there, and it started kind of catch on. And what I used to do on social media caught on, and I got an internship with ESPN 92.9 ESPN. Shout out to the person that saved my life on that. So it's crazy how this goes, right? So you send an email. I don't know if I'm saying too much on this, but
No, go ahead.
you send an email. You know how this goes. You send an email saying, "Hey, I'm interested in an internship. Blah blah blah. I'm this so and so and so. I would love to intern." We know sometimes in this great world of America, they don't know who you are in the moment. They're like, "Oh, we don't have any internships. Blah 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 blah." But you could shadow if you want to.
Right.
Thank the God above. There's somebody I know. I'm not gonna say the name. I don't want to say the name.
Right.
But this person,
Can I say it?
say it, and I'll blink twice if you're right.
I don't know.
Oh, okay. But he's a
You
very
can blink twice.
very,
Come see this.
very well connected.
Tell me I say it.
Very well connected person in Memphis. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
He reached out to them and was like, "Yo, Devin's a great kid. I've known him since he was younger. He works hard. He's driven. So and so and so." And so they were like, "You know what?
Trini Williams.
Nah,
No, wasn't him.
It wasn't him. It wasn't him. Because that would have been like a family connection. They would not would have,
Yeah.
But it was
You
another.
well connected. So
Yeah,
I
he
figured
tapped
you'd
in
like it.
for sure. He's tapped in for sure.
Sometimes we've been not interfere with. Sometimes we've been at the Grizzlies game, and then the other guys in the media room, you having dinner right before the game or whatever and all that. So, that's your nephew? Oh, that sounds like some favoritism, huh? What favoritism?
We work
He
for
worked
this.
this way to it.
We
I
work
didn't have
for
anything
this.
to do with it.
We worked our way to this.
It's just one of those natural knacks of communicating with people, and that's what helps out in regards to media and speaking, because it's not just him and not just me. It's my father, but not only him. It's also their grandfather, my dad, and then my son that's doing all this stuff. So
Shout out Mr. Allstate himself.
so they're all ingrained in communicating and doing all these voices and all these different types of things. So hey, go ahead.
Yeah, so they reach out and I end up getting an internship because they're like, "Yo, Devin's a good kid. Just give him a chance. Blah 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 blah. He's been doing this, doing that." I get the internship, and that's when I really started like really really lock in. Whether it's going to Tiger football games, whether it's going to horse races in Millington, whether it's going to car races in Millington, anything they wanted me to do, I told myself we're gonna make it to where we want to go. We're gonna say yes to everything, and that's the tip. You should put like a graphic tip. Say yes to everything, young kids. But not
Everything.
not everything, but it
In regards to
Business
working into your
related.
career,
business related. Say yes.
yeah,
But I
work
say
your way up,
shadow, all that.
do your internship,
Work for free.
work
for
your
free.
way
But
up.
that's another thing. At this internship, I work for free. I work for Subway sandwiches every day. It sounds terrible, but
As a matter of fact, it'll be sometimes where he'll be at
free
Subway, and then after that he'll go on over to ESPN,
yeah. So
changing over in the car.
we're doing that. So we're in the car. Yeah. So we're doing that. We did the internship for 6 months, and by the end of the internship, they're like, "Yo, you worked your butt off. We're gonna bring you on part time." I'm like, "Cool, we could do that." I'm just happy to have a foot in the door. And so I was producing MUS football games. I was still going to Grizzly games, doing the visiting radio, just kind of like putting the microphone up and just letting them answer questions. Doing that stuff, being in the mix, just people seeing my face every day. And I was still on the social media, Twitter and Instagram, putting out content, making memes, just being a dummy, being funny, trying to be funny on the internet, kind of making jokes, blah, blah, blah. So it started to resonate a little bit on the internet.
It was funny.
I think so too.
It was funny.
I think so. I think so too. I think I'm a pretty funny guy. So it started resonating a little bit, and time started to go on. So the part-time gig. So Eric Hasseltine, who's the voice of the Grizzlies, which you all know, shout out
Right, yeah.
he was like, "Yo, I want that kid." By the way, rewind. Let me go back way far. I went back. I went past the biggest part of the story.
Okay.
When during my internship, Chris Vernon, they wanted me to be a production intern and like say, we want you to go be at the back of house, just learn how to do the thing, to this. Chris Vernon and John Rogers said, no, we want that kid to be with us. Learn how to actually do this radio thing. My first day as an intern, I was on the air, over the airwaves, because of Chris Vernon. He was like, no, you're not going to sit in the background. No. If you want to get good at this, we're going to put your ass in the mix. So
Threw you in the deep end.
threw me in the deep end. First day, I'm in the microphone like, my name's Devin. But the thing is, I have done this on the U92 Sports Desk.
Right.
But in that, I was like, I don't know. These are people I listened to as a kid. And in this moment, I'm on the microphone, on air with them. It was surreal. So it's all going to wrap around when I said the name Chris Vernon. So shout out Verno. So he's the one that really kind of like grabbed, like, it's like, yo, I want you with me. Fast forward, Hasseltine has this show at 2:00 every day.
Right.
His producer leaves, Ben Hogan, shout out to Ben Hogan. And he was like, yo, we got this young kid, works part-time. Would you want to produce my show? I see him at the Grizzly games all the time. We have a good rapport. We can do the young, old thing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And he could be my producer. And I'm like, sure, shit, let's go. Like, this is we went from intern to little spots on the Chris Vernon show to being on air every day as a producer. Mm-hmm. So this is a
time span of
a year, maybe. So we're in the producer spot for Hasseltine. We're just, doing the show every day, kind of like having a good time, kind of building a rapport with everybody. Like I said, because Hasseltine's the voice of the Grizzlies.
right.
I'm at Grizzly games still every single night. Like I said, being in front of people. So God's plan keeps working out. My friend Amara, who is working social media at the Grizzlies, she's there. She leaves and goes to Portland. And so because what I've been doing on social media, she leaves, and now the Twitter storm starts. It's like, yo, whoever's the next person, it better be Devin Walker. It better be Devin. It better be, this dude's been making jokes on the internet for years, blah, blah, blah. It better be Devin. So I'm like, I don't know if I want that, bro. I'm used to making jokes on my own personal accounts. I don't know if I can do a corporate thing, bro. I've never been corporate in my life. From the beginning, I've never been a button-up, suit and tie guy. So I'm like, I don't know if I can do that. But I'm like, you know what? If it comes, it comes. A couple more months go by. Hasseltine's like, yo, they just called me and said they want, you should apply for the job. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I get another phone call from Chris Vernon, who had left 92.9, I believe, a couple months before that, because his contract ran out. He saw the vision.
Yeah.
Right.
He saw the vision. Yeah, he saw the vision.
I remember when I was
Yeah, you saw the vision.
Right.
Yeah.
He went from radio to podcasting. And he was like, yo, Dev, that's time. It's time to make the jump. It's time to come over. And I'm like, okay, I'm just waiting on the call. Just waiting on the phone call. And that call came, and they were like, yo, you can go through the process, blah, 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 blah. And then I got the job with the Grizzlies. Kind of my first thing with the Grizzlies, though, was really kind of building up the Grind City Media. So the Grind City Media thing started with Chris Vernon. Vernon was like kind of the person that they kind of let everything off with, because he had made his bearings in radio for the last 20 years here. So they were like, you're going to work with him, and you're going to work out building this Grind City Media umbrella, making it bigger, make it wider. Because when I first got it, I remember it had 5,000 followers. They were like, you're good at social media, so you're going to have to, let's go. Let's ramp this up. So that was my initial task when I first initially got the job. And I would do some Grizzly stuff on the side. I would do glue, because like I said, it was still like, I don't know if Devin can do this whole corporate account thing. So we're going to do it. You do this over here first, and then you're going to do this. So I started to build it up. And man, look, like I said, 6 years later, we're here. And now we have the number one social media account in the NBA. We got acknowledged by Complex for being the number one NBA Twitter account in the NBA. We got an award last year from the NBA being the most socially engaged team in the NBA. So it took 6 years, buddy, but we made it.
Yeah, those 6 years flew
along
by.
with
It flew by. It
Flew by.
Along with that, though, Devin, let me give you some credit in regards to that. You may know this. I'm sure you do, or you should. But on a historical context, the NBA did not have social media coordinators that much, other than the one you mentioned.
Yeah.
And so they only had a couple of them. and he was one of the few that was actually kicking all this off throughout the entire NBA.
I will say
And
a few black ones for sure.
And now but now he's at the top of that game. So now the rest of them are looking to see what's happening here, so they can follow suit and do the same thing. Because I've noticed this. What I've noticed, man, he's got some good footage, man. Like they be back before the game, before they get ready, or different things like that. And he starts showing stuff.
The
Yeah,
so it's crazy. It's crazy.
But then you start seeing the other team do it.
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. We're
gonna get to that.
Because I'm that get off my lawn.
Oh no,
I got some stuff to get off my chest.
Shout out Hasseltime.
Let's keep on going, but we're gonna get to that.
Get off my lawn. We can go.
We'll get on that now.
Let's talk to it now.
This is what pisses me off.
Okay, woo. Let's talk about it.
When the Grizzlies, after every game, our team would get together. Everybody would be behind whoever's in the interview.
Yeah.
As a whole, why is it now that it's cool for other teams, OKC, to do it? And we were criticized at one point, like they're too young, they're acting immature, they're taking the shine from whoever scored the most in that game.
Speak on it.
But now.
Speak on it.
Now other teams are.
It's okay
are doing
for them
what
to do it.
It's fine. Oh, look at they're so good together. They're so. Oh hell no, we started it. It's us. I mean, other people. I mean, we gonna get our credit.
Yeah.
How you feel about that?
A wise man once said, a great American philosopher, finesse 2 times. You familiar with him?
Something like that. Yeah.
You're familiar with finesse 2 times?
One time ago.
American
philosopher, finesse 2 times. Great American philosopher, finesse 2 times. He once said, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when we do it. I'm not going to say the other 2 words, but you know what he said. The 2 words after that, 4 letters, 2 letters, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the way I feel about it. So let's just say it's cool when we do it. It's a problem when we do it, so 2 words, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get our chain back. It's fine. It's look. One other thing. Did you see what they had at their playoff game? I know we're talking about what's happening right now. I don't know when this is gonna air, but hopefully they're at the playoffs when y'all see this. OKC Thunder.
They will be.
Hopefully they are. Do you see what they had at their playoff game for game 2? You see what they had in arena? Guess what they had at their playoff game? Talk about wanting to be us. The Beale Street Flippers.
Yeah, they did.
At their playoff game.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
At their playoff game, bro.
And which team is that now got their theme music when they went in at the end? We started that too.
But
who is that doing that now? They got a little song they're playing. I said, shoot, that reminds me of us playing Whoop That.
Yeah, see, we got Orlando Magic. That's
nobody better not play Whoop That trick at their game. No, but us.
Okay, see, don't even try it.
They better not.
You one step away from trying it, but yeah, I'm with you, bro. Like I said, I'm when it comes to OKC, bro. I do think they're doing a lot of. They took a lot of our mold and they kind of just like made it commercial.
So, do you think we'll get back to our pregame dancing, our talking mess after the game?
I hope so.
Because the critics or the experts claim that when Marcus Smart will get here, he will make everybody do it the Boston Celtics way, a championship way.
Huh?
Yeah, yes, that's one reason why he was there. Him and Derrick Rose was to mature the team.
Yeah,
because we were too childish.
Because we were doing childish things. The team is one thing, but what we do on the social media,
that's our shitty identity.
And for the grindhouse is something else.
Our DNA,
all heart, grit, grind. Yeah. I mean, that's just how it is.
Our DNA here is to talk. We gonna hoop. We're gonna talk crazy while we do it, and you're gonna have to figure it out afterwards.
Right.
Like that's
win or lose.
Win or lose. We're gonna talk crazy. So, but to your point, just to know that it's still around. So to go back early in the season when Ja was out for 25 games.
Correct.
Everybody shout out 12. Like when we talk about my job is to work hand in hand with a lot of our guys, and people always ask, "How's Ja?" One of the best dudes to work with. How's Jaren? One of the best dudes you can work with. I can call them right now, and like you know what I'm saying, they'll pick up. Dez too. Best guys to work with.
All right, let me stop right there. Dez claims he never lifts weights. Come on now.
Doesn't Bane? Oh, that's cap.
He lifts weights.
That's cap. Come on, bro. You can't.
He said he never lifts weights.
That's it. No, the way he
bumped out. I love you too, but
the way he bumped out, man.
That ain't straight genetics. I mean, some of it's genetics, but you gotta. Come on, bro.
He got to.
He's been slimming down a little bit. Like he's been, but still, come on, bro.
Okay.
Yeah.
But he need that for the defense that he plays and all that.
Yeah, he
that's
is.
That's a benefit. It's a benefit
he
because I
is.
think he's underestimated when the players come.
Oh, he running back.
Yeah, they say,
He
oh
linebacker.
man,
He a
yeah,
linebacker.
right.
Yeah,
right,
shout out
right,
my boy
right,
Dez.
right.
I wish he would clothesline somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody gonna catch one. Jordan Clarkson almost caught one.
Who you think we got? You think we got DM back or something? So a clothesline
Hey,
of
wish.
Jordan Clarkson almost caught one last year. He was talking crazy.
Look, speaking of that though,
LeBron too.
speaking
LeBron
of
can
this,
get some.
this doesn't have anything to do with the Grizzlies, but there's another player from the West Coast, from the Northwest Coast. You know, you always getting in fights with people, and then he gonna put somebody's in the playoff right now. He put him in a headlock and all that.
Draymond?
But he always pick those European players. He don't miss no Draymond. He don't ever miss no Dylan Mitchell type player. He know who to play with.
Shout out Draymond, by the way. If we could put him put him in a Grizzlies jersey, I would love it.
The suit he had on TNT the other day was ridiculous.
What was wrong with it?
Yeah, it looked crazy.
No, come on now.
It's too plain.
He had that blue suit on with a black stripe with some old.
Real prom night.
He just came the way he just came whichever way.
It looked crazy, but yeah.
Who dressed him though? That's the question.
So that's funny. You mentioned the dressing thing. So that's one part of my job. That's
the fashion.
The fashion
NBA
thing.
fashion.
So we literally. So part of my job, and this is the part people don't really notice, because they just see the posts. There's times when you see these walk-in photos, these walk-in videos.
Oh yeah.
We sit there in that tunnel for hours waiting on these dudes because they love their fit pics. Mm-hmm. For Jaren specifically, everybody knows Jaren's our best dressed player, but there's times
has a closet the size of this studio.
Yes, and then another one to go inside of it, which is insane. We spend hours in that hallway. Just where's Jaren? But then you see the photo, it looks good, but there's a lot of time that goes behind, whether it's the walk-in videos, whether it's the walk-ins, whether it's the after the game celebrations, whether it's the gritty videos that went viral every time John did it behind after every win, 56-win season. There's so much that goes into that. It's not just like a pick up your phone, record. It's like I know where to be. People trust you. Guys trust you. They trust you when they see that camera. When I look into this camera, I know where this content's going. I know that the people behind the camera are gonna make me look good. I'm not gonna put them out there and make them look crazy. So that's why I think that's a reason why we do such a good job here with our social team. Is like, they know, our players know when they see this, we'll never put them in a bad light. So yeah.
And amazing thing about that though, just like with athletes, they may look at the tape and study other players, study the game, look at all that. I said still yet in your profession with social media and coordinating all those things, you're studying it, making sure it's reaching that perfection. You got your data and all that together, and you have your statistics, your information. In fact, you just make sure you dot all the I's, cross the T's before you get on the air, or before you start shooting and filming. Can you elaborate though on how you do that? How do you do that? Are you looking at information all day, every day, or is it just?
I am. Like it's kind of sad, to be honest with you, how much time I spend on my phone. Because we all have screen time. What kind of phone you got?
I got an iPhone.
Okay. I know you don't got an iPhone. I know you never had an iPhone.
Galaxy.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have screen time on Galaxies?
No, but I look up all my information.
I've done my research.
Okay.
I do all my research.
226 hours.
So that was an old. That was old.
So it's more now.
It's probably more now. Now that we're really good, it's a lot more now. Oh. So I spend a lot of time, like, whether it's I'm blessed in the world I am. So a lot of people in the social media world that work across the league, they don't get a chance to be behind the camera and in front of the camera. So you mentioned the Chris Vernon show. I get to do that every day. I'm in front of the camera. Right. When I do the Grizzly stuff, I'm behind the camera. So when I'm doing this research, where I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, is to do research for both of them. It's like all right, I want to know this, and this, so I can use it on the Chris Vernon show, or I want to know this, and this, so maybe I can turn this into a meme down the line for the Grizzlies. So when we talk about time, let's see right now. Let me see. Let me go to my screen time.
Who was she?
Stop. That's crazy. That's crazy. Trying to get me in trouble.
No, right.
We don't need that. We don't need that.
All he had was apps on his phone. He gonna add them.
We don't need that. He's trying to stir the pot.
I said I was from Memphis.
Look, hey,
win or lose, we're gonna talk.
We're gonna talk. Yeah, respect. So my screen time right now for the last week, on average, there you go, 9 hours. 9 hours per day I spend on my phone.
Wow, yeah.
Or I spend on social media apps, looking up stuff.
I know somebody got you beat. Donald Trump, because he be
Oh,
on the toilet.
Yeah. And that's where he stays all day. He can't move. Falling, he can't
He
get
must
up.
be from Memphis too, because he talk a lot of shit.
He
Hello,
talks crazy.
Well, I'm sorry though.
I'm joking.
Regardless of your political view though,
I'm joking.
it's funny though. So,
Oh, it's funny. Yeah, he is wild. I don't know if he got a ghostwriter, bro, but he be going crazy.
He got one somewhere because
Yeah.
he can't find all that. He can't produce all that, but he used the mess out of it though. It's good.
Him and Antonio Brown got Twitter on lock right now. Shout out Antonio Brown too.
Man, that'd be some funny stuff.
Yeah,
boy.
they be wilding. But as far as like, we spend a lot of time. Like, I spend a lot of time on Instagram, Twitter.
Do you have an office? Your office?
No, I have a cubicle. So if you come to the FX Forum, there's a forum, and there's like a administration building
right there by the ticket office.
Yeah, we work over there every day. You walk over there. There's people working 9 to 6, 9 to 5, 9 to 10, 8 to 11. Like we working, man. So so yeah, I do that. But just as far as screen time goes, we talk about, because people ask me like, so like, what does your day look like? You know what I'm saying? Like, people wake up and do their job. They clock in at 8, they leave at 5. They clock in at 7, they leave at 4. I'm here to tell you, if you ever want to work in social media, kids, you don't have a schedule.
It might happen anytime.
It might happen anytime.
Yeah.
There's times when you may be laying in bed at 10 p.m. A trade might happen. So guess what you got to do? You got to get that up, get with the PR team, get with the graphics team, pump out a graphic, boom, 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 boom. Make sure to get out there. It may be 8 o'clock in the morning. Your team might sign somebody. You got to wake up, boom, 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 boom. Make sure it's happen.
But what about if another franchise or player or manager, coach, says something about the Grizzlies? You got to do that too.
So other teams players talking about us.
Yeah,
we just keep those. We call that keeping tabs. That's what we do. Like, because right now in this moment, we talk about Oklahoma City. We keeping tabs. We got a full tab of everybody talking crazy about the Grizzlies can't do this, the Grizzlies can't do that. We got a whole running tab.
You got receipts.
We got receipts.
Good.
Just like when Ja said.
I'm petty like that too.
Remember when Ja hit the game winner in his first game back against the Pelicans?
Right.
Yeah.
I got the receipts. I know what y'all said. So trust me. As a team from the top to down, well, we got receipts. So we got receipts. We ready. We keep all receipts, buddy.
So one of those tiles gonna say, we petty like that.
Oh yeah, no, because the thing is,
we petty like that. We keep receipts.
We keep receipts is a great playoff tile, by the way. We might write that down.
We keep receipts.
Hey.
We keep receipts. Game 1, 2025 playoffs.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first. Don't clip that.
Now you're a young man here in this area. I want to ask you something kind of indirect, and that is, how can we get more young people involved throughout the community and draw more young people into our community to be effective? What's your take on that?
Can they start their own shows or something like that, talking about the Grizzlies or whatever they like to talk about?
So I have a lot of people reach out about that because I think they see the space I'm in, and they want to kind of replicate it. And the thing you talked about it before about like being one of the first people to really run being the first Black social media manager with the Grizzlies. Because I travel to city to city, and I meet these people that run teams, run stuff.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of us. There's not a lot of people that look like us that's running these accounts. And if you look on the court, what do you see? You know what I'm saying? Us. Yeah. So like for me, that's why I think I take everything. I'm like, I take everything for a grain of salt, but I also I'm like, how do I uplift the next person?
So do you think just because we don't want to sound biased in this, but you may be able to connect quicker because one,
for sure,
you played the game before, but also from a cultural perspective, you can already relate. Let me give you an example.
That's why people love our social media so much.
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah.
Because I'm literally somebody who listens to the same music they do.
Yeah.
I've watched the same movies they have. Not the same background, but we all have the same memories of our mom smacking us with a shoe or throwing a shoe at us, or watching Friday or Friday After Next, or doing this. We got the same memory. Like, I realize living in this world. I'm young, but still, you see TikTok. A lot of us live the same world, live the same lives.
Right.
So I use that to connect with our guys.
Yeah, because and I'm saying this for a reason because I think it's like you said, get into it and start doing social media. I was in Chicago one time. I was with some other colleagues just during my previous corporate time at FedEx, and so You know, I myself, one of a few African Americans. There's another gentleman that's in the same spot that we're in. Okay, he has a drink. All right. And so everybody was talking about what people drinks had and all that kind of stuff. Walking by, and they said, "Oh, we got some. What kind of red wine they got? What do you got there?" So the brother, he had this wine, he had this glass. I said, "Look, like he got some Cavassier." He said, "Cavassier? What make you think that?" He got some Cavassier. So I said, "Somebody, you want to go ask him?" They asked. He had the Cavassier. They said, "How do you know that?" Man, it's
We all live the same lives, bro. In the black community,
you already know what he got, man.
One way or another, we have all lived the same life. Like, and I think that's what like kind of
Was it the ladies' man?
Huh?
Was it the ladies' man?
He might have been one. I don't know.
He might have been. But it's like we all
That's a classic.
Yeah, shout out to the classic. Like even like to a recent example. So a playoff team, the Dallas Mavericks had their alcoholic drink of the game. It was the Incredible Hulk, Hypnotic and Hennessy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny. I brought this up to my people that work with me, who don't look different than me, and they looked at me like I was speaking a different language. Other people that were around me when I tweeted it out were like, "Yo, they don't know nothing about the Hypnotic and Henny, bro," because that's like that's we all live the same life, bro. So like I said, when we talk about that, you use that to connect with the players. But back to your point about how do we uplift, I think it's just like I said, it's because I think it's easier now because we have TikTok. There's like you said, people just start shows on their own.
Right.
Just find it. I say find a niche.
Yeah.
Find a niche. Find what your lane is. My lane was Memphis. When I started, my lane was Memphis. Whether it was Memphis Tigers, Memphis Grizzlies, Memphis Redbirds,
and sports,
Memphis Hustle, Memphis Wrestling, Memphis everything.
Wrestling.
My bad.
Come on now.
My bad. Memphis
Keep it
Wrestling.
real.
Big wrestling fan. So shout out. Whether it was anything Memphis, that was my lane. I sprinted.
Yeah.
So I think for me, the next generation is like find your niche, bro, and just take that.
Are they still doing internships?
Right now, we don't have any. There are some with the Grizzlies, but not in our department right now. But hopefully soon we'll have an intern. Because every time we hire somebody or try to like bring in somebody, I try to make sure we're represented. Because sometimes I will say when you're in these rooms and you're the only one that looks like it, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to. I would say 6 years in is easier, but again, it's you have to do more convincing of like, yo, this what hits. So like another example is we go back to last year's playoff towels. It was you don't want the smoke or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We climb up the chimney,
right?
And we had to convince like, yo, Josh said this himself. Let's roll with it. And so we really leaned like even the whole Big Memphis campaign last year was amazing. And that was just all about the culture. But I think the next generation just like find your niche, sprint through the lane. Reach out to people that have done it before. Like I said, reach out to me. I'm always responding, whether it's DM'd, email I don't respond to because I suck at read my own email. DM, Twitter, Instagram. If you have my number, text me, I guess. But yeah, just reach out because like I said, I'm always finding out ways to uplift the next generation because I think there's more people. They see this job and they think, I could do this. Like, yes, you can.
Now, which way is the best way to contact you on social media? You
can contact me on Instagram at DMWalker5. Contact me on Twitter at Devin_Walker2.
You mean X?
X, yeah. Hey, look, his mama called him Twitter, so I'm gonna call him Twitter. So yeah, we contact me there. But yeah, that's pretty much because we need more people that look like us in this field.
You've done this for 6 years.
Yeah.
What does the next 6 years look like?
I hope.
Are you satisfied where you are, or you want to do something bigger and better?
I hope in these next 6 years. So I'm right now. My job title has changed in the last 6 years. So when we made that bio on that website, it was digital content coordinator, and that was I was basically at the bottom. Now I'm digital content lead. So everything we do goes through me, and that took 6 years. But and I get to travel. I get to travel with the team, see different cities, see all this. So then this is my first season really kind of being able to do that. And it was a sucky season. I saw 60. Bro, we lost how many games this year?
What? But you got to see the youth.
That's good. I watched 65 losses with my own eyes.
Yeah. But you saw the potential.
I saw the potential. But I think
you got a good future.
I got a good future as far as me and the team, right? So if we look ahead.
Next year will not be worse.
Oh, I'm hoping we'll have a lot of fun next year.
It will be better.
I know for sure. But I'll say if I look ahead the next 6 years, I would say in this role I'm in now, I think it'll keep evolving. Like I said, right now I really get to control a lot, whether it's content wise. Like I basically have the voice of our team. Like if you see any of our content, it's basically coming through my It's coming through me. It's coming through this Memphis in my soul, right? And everything we do, they run it by me. Whether it's like, yo, Dev, so what do you think about this? Dev, what do you think? So I'm blessed in that situation. And I hope in these next 6 years I'm growing for, like, whether it's content wise, create content, photography, because I have to shoot photography. So hopefully I'm growing photography wise.
Right.
I'm trying to tap into the video man. We got to talk. I'm trying to get better at the video. So I'm trying to get better at video. Just doing, because I see the world changing. Like, the thing about this social media world is, and I've seen it changes all the time.
Right.
Like, whether it's reels, whether it's different photoshops, whether it's different filters, the shit's always changing. It's always ever changing. So I'm trying to make sure I stay in the loop and make sure I see the change before it happens, so I'm not left behind.
Yeah, don't be Blockbuster.
Don't be Blockbuster.
No, man.
Don't be Red Lobster, right?
No.
Don't get Red Lobster, bro. Shout out to the Cheddar Biscuits. Never get Red Lobster. But I hope in those 6 years, though, I see at least 2 championships.
I think they shut down some of these Red Lobsters because they were selling too many of those boxes that you can make your own cheddar biscuits at Costco.
Yeah,
and they sold too many of those, so they want to shut
right
down.
Back to food again.
Yeah,
No.
You might be on to something.
He brought Red Lobster in.
You might be on.
I said Blockbuster.
Yeah, but he brought Red Lobster in, and
you ran with that Red Lobster. Come on, let the food go.
You don't like Red Lobster?
Come on, you like the Cheddar Biscuits. You can't never turn down Cheddar Biscuits.
It's been a while. I'm gonna keep it real. It's been a while since
But when you had them,
I've
did you
driven
just
by
eat
Red
one?
Lobsters, but I haven't been in Red Lobster in years.
But when you had a cheddar, did you only eat one cheddar biscuit?
There's no way you can eat one
I
Cheddar
can't
Biscuit.
remember.
Oh.
All right, look. The next time we do this show,
Take
we
my
gotta
black
have some
card.
cheddar.
You can take my black
No.
card.
The next time y'all do this show, we need a plate of Cheddar Biscuits right here.
All right.
We all.
All right.
But you know what? Before
We
you
got
said
the draft coming up.
Draft coming up.
Who you want?
Nobody.
Really, you want to trade that pick?
Get rid of it.
You want to trade it?
And for my reason,
You like that trade with Houston?
Which one?
Talking about trade Marcus and the 9th pick for the 3rd pick.
No,
so you can pick up.
I don't want that either. No. I want to trade the pick to get a veteran big man or a veteran something. Because if you look at the playoffs right now, for example, look, I'm gonna say names, but look at the playoff teams right now, right? Look at the playoffs right now, right?
Ant-Man coming to Memphis.
I wish.
You would fit in.
You would fit in
He would
perfect.
love it.
Atlanta dudes love Memphis. I tell you that. His girlfriend's
We're in Memphis now.
his that's crazy. That's crazy. His girlfriend's from the M, so he would fit in perfectly. But if I had my way, we would get a veteran big man, because you look at the playoffs right now, right? Mm-hmm. Look at the teams left in the playoffs. Yeah. How many of those playoff teams have rookies playing decent minutes right now?
No.
Other than Derek Lively for the Mavs, maybe. Chet doesn't count as a rookie because he's been around for 2 years.
Brown with Denver.
That's 2 years. He played last year.
He's not a
My
rookie.
bad.
So there's nobody on any championship level team that has rookie playing legitimate minutes. That's why I don't.
You're right.
Don't put a rookie anywhere. Like Casey Wallace for Oklahoma City plays spot minutes. Derek Lively plays decent minutes, but shit, the last 3 games he could barely hit a shot in front of the rim.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're fouling him. So give me a veteran to put next to Jaren, because we all know when Jaren can roam, he's a defensive player of the year.
Right.
When he's not having to play on the ball, when he's not having to rebound, when he's able to be Jaren, when you got a big, burly big, whether it's Steven Adams, whether it's Valanciunas, anybody that's big and burly next to him, no Diddy, he can do his job and be defensive player of the year. So, yeah, I think for me, I want a veteran big. I want somebody.
Jonas back.
No, I don't want Jonas back. I love Jonas, but we saw what happened to him in the Pelican series. He got exposed. Pick and rolls, he can't really.
He's a rumor also coming back.
But he can't really. Give me you want names? For an example, Jared Allen.
He's a free agent.
Nicholas Claxton.
He's kind of thin.
But he rebounds the hell out of the basketball. And he does this, and he's from South Carolina. We know we love South Carolina boys on our team.
Right.
He played with AAU with 12.
What's so special about South Carolina guys?
Shit,
I don't know anybody from. Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, wait.
My bad.
John from South Carolina. John from South Carolina. So
him too.
Yeah, aren't you the lineage from the
Right.
whole family lineage is from South Carolina.
That's right.
Technically.
So
Yeah, so Claxton, he might cost too much, but Hardenstein plays for the Knicks. He might cost too much. He playing too well.
Half Memphis couldn't pronounce his last name.
Yeah,
so
they say he a brother though.
Yeah, I've heard that, but I looked at him. I got to see the birth certificate.
Yeah, I feel it.
The long version.
The long version. I feel it. I feel you on that. I feel you on that. But
No disrespect.
Yeah.
You're doing good in the playoffs. You
I would love to have you here,
balling.
Hassan.
You balling.
I didn't say it. He said it. I want you here. But those guys like that, like a
Spell his last name.
H-A-R.
Exactly.
There you go.
That's it.
H-A-R Stein. But the dudes like that, just set screens, roll to the rim, rebound. That's the guy I want next to Jaren. Hopefully, I get to go to the draft because that's one of my favorite parts about my job is you're a Memphis kid, right? A lot of kids in Memphis. Another reason why I would tell kids to get into this profession is because you get to see the world
Right.
on somebody else's dime.
Yeah.
Right? Like, people ask me all the time, like, yo, what's your favorite part of the job? Of course, number one is seeing our guys and seeing our guys grow and build relationships with them, whether it's Josh, Jaren, blah, blah, blah. But you get to see the world, whether it's like the San Francisco's of the world, the New York's of the world. I've seen
You're going to iconic buildings.
I've seen 31 or 32 NBA arenas.
That's insane.
31 and 30. I've been inside of 31 of 30. I can say that. I've been in 31 and 32.
Yeah.
That's something.
And the only one I haven't been to is Toronto because every time I miss that trip for some odd reason. So
They won't
You'll
let you out
get
the
there.
country?
no, I can get out the country. I'm
You
going
got
this year.
warrants?
Oh, no.
You'll get there.
We're going this year. This season, I'm coming to Toronto. But I've seen 31 out of 32, so that's the thing. Like,
You can holler at Drake.
No, we don't talk to him, bro. No, bop, 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 bop. No, bro. You know BBL Drizzy?
What?
BBL Drizzy.
Okay.
We don't mess with him. He canceled 2 concerts here.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because he couldn't sell the tickets, but okay.
No, contrary to popular belief, that concert sold out.
He would know because he's right there in the forum.
Yeah, we don't mess with Drizzy,
So,
though. We don't mess with Drizzy no more. Pack him up. But yeah, I'm blessed, man. I love everything I do. Go Grizz. Grizz Next Gen. Big Memphis. Yeah.
Great
And
grind.
congratulations on everything you've been doing. I know a lot more going to be happening. We want to do some more things. We're going to do some collabs between us. With us here with Memphis Sounds Lounge. We got our boy Malik over here. And
Shout
we
out
got
Malik.
Adam, myself. We're going to do some collaborative things to make some things happen, okay?
For sure.
We're going to do some backflips on the court.
Yeah. Flip.
Then we're going to come back. We're going to bring you back here, Devin, in the future to actually give us some updates and to talk some more about all these types of things. Because we want to dig more into the social media things so we can get a good understanding on how you make all this stuff happen, man. But I know you just he's just a walking gift to that industry, not just social media, but to sports. And he's doing a great deal.
Great job.
I try to be, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all having me.
Hey.
Hey, I love
Memphis
it.
Sounds Lounge is the place to be. Right here in Memphis, Tennessee.
Bars.
Go Grizz.
Bars.
Go Grizz.
Bars. Bars.